example. Okay, I'm sure lots of people will have an app to record their calories, the food they are taking every day. And I was thinking, why don't we have an app which will allow us to not only monitor our daily consumption of delicious food, but all the many different clothes we're wearing, and how many times we use public transport, how many times we use private cars, because that app should allow us to calculate our own individual environment impact on a daily basis, and we reduce that, let's say 20% on an annual basis. How that can be visualized in 3D, in metaverse, around our neighborhood, around our communities, and around city. And if that can delay, say, global warming of our city in the next 5 years by 0.5 degrees Celsius, that's a real tangible impact every single one of us can do to make our world better. So why not do it?
Active transportation is an essential element of a modern city. Enabling people to travel by bike and by foot is both important ecologically, but also economically and socially. We're here in the Corresi neighborhood, where you can see the infrastructure is provided for people to walk and bicycle very easily, and the streets are filled with people. People usually, in our experience in the U.S., where cycling is a low level as it is here, our experience is when people are given the opportunity to walk or ride a bike, when there is a safe place where they feel comfortable, where they can take their kids or they can ride with their parents, they grab the opportunity, they seize the opportunity and take advantage of it and enjoy it. And so active transportation for me is fundamental to being a green city, to being a smart city, to being a healthy city, to being an energy city. Cycling and walking is core to that. We have exactly the same argument in U.S. cities, and so we have, over the last 50 years, built our roads wider and wider, and to be honest, the congestion never goes away unless you make the streets smaller and provide less space for the cars. And it's a difficult thing to believe when you first hear that, but it's really important as you develop, as Brasov grows, as the city develops, as you take advantage of opportunities to build new housing and new neighborhoods, making sure that walking is put first and cycling is second and public transport is third is a really critical thing to do. And the streets are only congested for a very short period of time, and it makes people angry when they're stuck in traffic, but that only lasts for maybe at most 1 hour out of 24 hours. But if you build the roads so wide that for 24 hours a day you can't walk or can't cycle safely, people will never do it, and actually you'll have a worse situation because the roads are then wide and empty and people drive faster, and then at least this is the experience we've had in the U.S.
Okay.
I think my advice is to try it. Tomorrow we're going to see one street that's going to be closed to traffic. I would encourage you to try it.
So in terms of urban planning, it's making sure that people actually feel well there. Then we need to have mixed neighborhoods with shops, offices, doctor surgeries, etc. So people won't have to go too far to do their daily stuff, and maybe don't even have to commute too far to their job. Plus, it's then the neighborhoods are lively like 24 hours and not just lively in the morning and in the evening and pretty dead at night and during the day. So that helps a lot. It also helps a lot on the climate front, because people will have less distances to travel to go to places. So and that's basically how we have been defining the European city for a millennium or even more. That's basically what we did in our old towns many decades or centuries ago, and we're kind of rediscovering that, of course, in a modern way. Shouldn't be building any old towns anymore, but see what we can learn from our own history all around Europe, and then translated into modern times. Plus, then it's always a question of transportation, how we can get from A to B. So be brave, take out lanes from cars, plant trees, get bike lanes in, reduce the number of parking spots in the public realm, put in benches, whatever, maybe small playgrounds there. I've seen nice examples in Barcelona, I've seen nice examples in Tallinn. So just look around Europe and see what good ideas they had, copy them or develop your own, or have a mixture like we do.